I'm joined here today by the one, the only, or I should say the two only. It's Daniel Madrid, of course, joining us with his daughter, coming off the big win at Bellator 246. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Not too bad, man. Just got done with her morning school and get to start the day.
How's school going so far? I assume everything's online with Zoom, all that stuff.
Yeah, everything's been online. Next week she actually goes back to in class, so we're really excited about that. It's been a challenge, man. It's hard to keep a 3-year-old in front of a computer for unless it's like some sort of movie or something. But she's done good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it must have been a relief at the same time knowing that you guys were going to be able to, go back to school like in person.
Yeah, I mean, I know she is really missed it. Like she likes that being able to play with the kids and whatnot. So. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Okay, you done? But yeah, everything's good, man. So, yeah, see you later.
So how was that during training camp for you? 'Cause I assume you have to do your training, of course, but at the same time, you still have to kind of be there for your kids, especially with them being at home all the time.
It wasn't that bad. Luckily, like her school was pretty early in the morning, so I just adjusted my training schedule. So I was like for this one because we were only given like a 3.5 week notice. Actually, I was like 3 weeks. Um, So I would do her schooling in the morning, and then I would go train in like around 11, and then I would do another session around like 6 or 7. So
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Listen, let's talk about your. That was actually your Bellator debut. It was, of course, against Pat Casey. How do you look back on your debut with Bellator? Are you happy with it?
I am and I'm not. I think the more I've gotten to watch the fight, I'm super critical of my performance, and like I'm happy I was able to step up and actually showcase some of my striking because I don't really get to do that. I'm known for a grappler, so that was really exciting. But I thought I had in the fight, like I thought I had done more, like striking wise and whatnot. And then I looked back on it, and it's just I didn't do enough. I don't think I did as much as I should have done. So, but I mean, other than that, I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to the next one. I really want to really prove myself a little bit more.
And I know the big thing with fighters is, they're always looking to get that finish, right? And in your past couple of fights, you've been submitting people, knocking them out. Did that add to that frustration, the fact that it went to the distance?
No, I was actually okay with it. I haven't been to a decision but one time in my whole career, and so I mean it didn't really bother me. Like I said, I really do. Even looking back now, like I really thought I did enough to make it a decisive victory, and I don't. I had posted a picture on my Instagram about where the judges did their scorecards, and I don't know who Dave Peabody is, man, but that fool blind or something. Uh, but yeah, it was. I was happy either way.
And so what's going through your mind as you're hearing the judges' scorecards? I know there's a lot of people, they start hearing the split on the judges, and they automatically start thinking, oh man, I'm about to get robbed, or I'm about to lose this one. What was going through your mind when you heard it?
Um, when they first said 29-28 Casey, there was like a split moment where I was like, holy crap, like this is gonna happen. And then it came back 30-27 me, and I was like, okay. I was like, I feel a little bit better now. And then the second one was that 29-28 again, which I mean, I could see it. I could see where they possibly might have given the second round to Casey, just because I didn't really do as much as I did in the first and third. But it gave me a little bit of faith back in the judges. But like it's like you said, realistically, it's my own fault. I shouldn't have let it go that far. There was 2 or 3 opportunities where I could have really capitalized on that fight and hurting Casey. But I wanted to be really decisive and knowing that I didn't feel like it was there.
And so how was the actual experience of debuting with Bellator? 'Cause we've seen you in LFA in the past, other promotions like that, but Bellator was a pretty big promotion. What was that whole experience like, fight week and all that stuff for you?
It was a trip, man. Like you said, like I fought for LFA. I've done bigger organizations, M1, Art of War. Um, for me, it was similar to the way I was treated in Art of War. Um, Bellator took really good care of myself and my team. They answered any questions. They were quick to respond. I mean, they really took care of us, and that's something I haven't been used to in quite some time. Um, and I'm happy to be there, and I look forward to many more fights with them. Like I said in my post speech, like it's where I belong, man. That's my destiny. It's this is years and years of hard work, and it's just all accumulated to this moment. And I'm excited to be where I'm at right now.
And so were you surprised that it took this long to get snapped up by a big promotion, right? Because looking at your record, obviously it's one that we'd think you would have been snapped up by UFC, by Bellator a long time ago. Were you surprised it took so long?
If you would have asked a younger Daniel, absolutely. But now it's because I've been around the game so long, and I understand that it's not just who you fight and like how often you fight, but it's more like politics. Um, it's just you get used to it, man. And unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunate, but I was never willing to separate from my team. Like I stood with the team. I told my coaches and my wife a long time ago that I would never break away from my team in order to make it somewhere. That wasn't in my destiny. That wasn't in my cards. But I mean, here we are, man. I have a good management team with Iridium Sports Agency, and my managers Jason and Lance. They've always taken care of me and always did me right, and they led me to this opportunity. And here I am.
And so you mentioned sticking with your team. I mean, is it fair to say you felt like a certain pressure to sort of leave your team and branch out? Like, can you sort of tell us a little bit more about that?
There's been, I mean, over the years, I've had a couple different suggestions and offers to go different places, whether in the state or out of state. And it's just about, it's about bettering, my career and going forward. But I never saw myself doing it. I didn't want to see myself as a sellout because I don't think that's selling out. I think for some people you have to do that. But for me right now, like where I'm at in my life and how old I am and with my family, like that's not an option. Like it's not, like I'm happy with my team. I think that my team or my academy and our affiliates, like we could compete with the strongest gyms in Arizona or even anyone in the U.S. So it's never been a concern. But yeah, no, man, like I told myself from day one, I wanted to do this my way, and I did.
And so what's your future with Bellator? Is it safe to assume that you signed a multiple fight deal? Like, what can we kind of expect from your time with Bellator?
Your guess is as good as mine right now. But I'm confident with my performance, and I think just my appearance and the way I sell myself that I'll be signing a multi-fight contract here pretty soon.
And so, with that being said, did you feel pressure going into this fight? Like you needed to impress in order to have a future with this organization, or were you able, as a veteran, to kind of put that to the side and just focus on the task at hand?
Nothing. I felt absolutely nothing, man. There was no pressure. This was probably the easiest fight, like in regards to like the emotional roller coaster, weight, everything. Like I didn't have anything to prove, man. Like homie, I'm 36 years old. Like I'm a veteran of this sport. Like if they want me, they want me. If they don't, they don't. It's like I'm not gonna get any younger. But like I said, like I took on a 28-year-old or 29-year-old this past weekend, and I did just fine. If not, excelled. So I think that says a lot about my character and who I am as a person. So, but yeah, no, this was, like I was telling my team, like I had so much fun. I had so much fun from the lead up to this fight all the way to the fight, after the fight, everything about it. I loved every second of it.
And so you mentioned that you're a veteran a lot in your age and everything. Does that put a certain pressure on you, knowing that I guess the clock is ticking on your career? Like if something's going to happen, it's going to be around now. Is that extra pressure on you?
I started to let it be more pressure to me, like I want to say about a year and a half ago, where I was like, I had to start doing things, and we started pushing more for like the LFA middleweight belt and stuff like that, because we just, it's just like you said, like there's not many organizations that want to sign an older guy. So, but yeah, no, I mean now it's just we're good. Like there's no more pressure. There's no nothing. It's here I am. Take me or don't take me. That's all you gotta do.
There we go. What did this win do for your career? Because obviously, I mean, it showed that you belong in Bellator, like you belong exactly where you were. I mean, what did this do for your career at this point?
I think it was the biggest wins of this day. I think Pat Casey. I mean, he's been in Bellator 3 different times before me. Um, and like I said, that was the biggest fight of my career. I think I put a legit stamp on it. Um, I think my past experiences and my wins already give me a certain validation to the type of fighter I am. But also, like, I was able to showcase my striking as well this past weekend. And I'm not just a boxer. I'm not just a Thai boxer. I'm a well-rounded fighter. So.
All right, so one last question for you, and then we'll let you go. Realistically, when do you think we'll see you fight again, and who do you want next?
I don't know, to be honest. I would expect like December, January, depending on what their schedules are. But again, I don't know. I'm kind of just staying open to all that right now. And they asked me this same question Saturday after the fights, and I don't know the roster too well in Bellator for middleweights, besides like the really higher up, like top 5 or so. I'm open to whatever, to be honest. Like whatever they want to present to me, I'm not going to be picky about it. So we'll just do that.
All right, well, there we go. Thank you so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on the victory, and hopefully we'll see you with that multi-fight deal with Bellator in the future.
And thank you, sir. I appreciate your time, and thanks again for the opportunity.